Hey everyone, Spin Pixie here, and welcome to my second consecutive day of tea and chat. I have said that 4 times now, before I managed it. Anyway, so yes, good morning. Hope you have your coffee or your tea, and hope you are enjoying your morning so far. So today I actually have some morning stuff that I'll talk about, and then I'll get into some other stuff that I want to talk about. So this morning that I'm doing this, I woke up probably about 6 o'clock, and it was nice and cool in my house, and I had made my bed. I was laying on my bed, and I had my computer open on the table, the bed table that I'm borrowing / stealing from my landlady Oma, whatever I call her both. And I had Think Tank that the Young Turks Network does, because I love that show. They were playing repeats of it, and I was listening to that. And I had my Twitter open, and I was doing all my tech stuff for my tech channel. And I was watching my little ones sleep, my little dog and my cat, and just watching them sleep and enjoying their sleep. It struck me at that moment that is my zen. That is my perfect peace. And it kind of spawned me on to this train of thought that, a lot of people do yoga hoping to find their zen, and they never do. Either they're concentrating on the positions that they're doing, and if they're doing it right, or if this is good for their back, or all these other things that just never allow their brain to be quiet, never allow their brain to give them peace. So maybe yoga isn't their zen. And I was looking around at all of the things that, taking in my morning. I was taking in my morning and taking in the enjoyment of my morning and the feeling that I was experiencing, and how I felt good from the inside out. And it was just this relaxed feeling that I know as Zen, my kind of Zen, and it just dawned on me that, maybe Zen isn't in yoga for you. Maybe Zen isn't, what other people experience Zen to be. I think since everybody's different, Zen can be found in different places. And for some people, it's the hustle and bustle of the city. They love seeing the city come alive, and the businesses open up, and, maybe some people enjoy the country, and it's the quiet and the peace that gives them Zen. It's not one thing, it doesn't have to be yoga, it doesn't have to be running, it doesn't have to be what everybody else says Zen is. It is what it is for you. And for me this morning, it was watching my dog sleep, and looking at my cat looking at me, hoping for treats, and having my sort of news channel on. Well, I was talking to Twitter people and Facebook people and responding to the questions on my tech channel. That was all Zen for me. And it was something that I find perfect peace in. Those mornings, those hours before I have to be up and doing anything for anyone, or doing anything that I didn't want to do. And I was just enjoying it. So hopefully you guys are doing something this morning that brings you your perfect peace. And hopefully you guys are able to experience that in the mornings, in the small hours of that morning before the rush of your day begins. This morning has been a slow morning. I was supposed to have the handyman come today. Well, my landlady was having the handyman come today. And this guy is, she hopes to get really good labor for not really good wages. I think she's looking to save money. But when you do that, you don't get the quality of work that you might want. You're really getting what you pay for. And so she's having this guy who's a friend of a friend, or a friend of a friend's husband, do the work here. And he's always at least half an hour to 45 minutes late, which irks me because I'm a very punctual person. At least I try to be. And he's, just... I don't like having a stranger in my house. I'm very protective of my space. I don't like having a strange guy in my house. It's weird, you know. So I was hoping he wouldn't come today because I wanted to take things down off my altar and just clean it up and stuff like that. And he didn't come today, so I'm glad. I just didn't want him here. It was a, I don't know if it's the phase of the moon, how it's a new moon and all that, but whenever this kind of time comes around, whenever a new moon comes around, my emotions run different. Like, I want to either clean or they run high, basically. I don't find myself hypersensitive, but like I become more motivated. Like, I think the new moon hits me like the full moon hits some people. And I don't know why, but it just does. Anyway, so I enjoyed my morning, and then I set out to do this video and all that kind of stuff. If you guys remember, in the last video, I talked about all the schooling and all that stuff, and I like to show my results, my work, if you will, after parts of my magic have worked. So in this box, I have not opened it yet. But in this box here are my school books. They came a couple of days ago, but there has been a problem with getting it delivered. But it finally made its way to me, and in this box are my books. And I haven't opened them yet. I'm dying to open them. But before I do that, I'm going to take a picture of this box and the other box to send to the school, because they sent the box that I have over here that I have opened by mistake. I think these are the teacher's editions. And I'm such a honest person that once I opened it, and they like, okay, well, it has nothing to do with me being honest, so much is tentative. But I opened the box because I thought it was my box, and I opened the box, and I just have been afraid to open the bundle of books, because once I do, there's something so final about it, like I'm starting school. Like, I can't take this back. Tap, tap, no erases kind of shit, you know? Like, once I open these books, they are mine. And I cannot return them. Not that I want to. Not that I have any reservations. It's just taking that step. You know what I mean? It's taking that step into the no going back zone. Not that I want to, of course, but it's just that finality of doing it. So I didn't open these books. But it turned out to be a good thing that I didn't open these books, because these are not mine. The books in the box that I just showed you, those are mine. So yeah, I finally have my books now, and so now I think what I'll probably do is start studying before school starts, just so I can be ahead, because I'm so afraid of falling behind already. And yeah, I'm excited for what is to come, and I start school not next week, but the week after. I start on the 13th. I'm nervous, excitedly nervous, and anxious. So I don't know. I just haven't done the school thing for a while. It's very nerve-wracking, both of those. But I'm looking forward to it. They didn't market my class. I guess my class is a guinea pig kind of class, where it's like new, they're trying something new out, and it's so thankfully I don't have many other students in my class, so I'll be able to get more of the instructor's time, and then I also get guided tutoring if I need tutoring, so there should be no reason I don't pass my exam and do all the stuff. So so anyway, that's the schooling stuff. In the last video that I did, I wanted to talk about what I'm going to talk about now, and it's still as half-baked as it was going to be, the previous video was, but at least I think maybe my words won't fail me as much as they did before. So there are a couple of magic-y type things I wanted to talk about. So the first one is lunar signs. So whenever you meet somebody, you know, you ask when their birthday is, and you know in your head, and you're doing your witchy workup of them as far as what you know of their sign and stuff like that, just a general workup of what they might be like. But what if we just told everybody our lunar signs instead? Because when you think about it, you're dealing with people like as their emotional selves. You're dealing with the emotional person. Sometimes we have good days, sometimes we have bad days, sometimes we run really high on energy, sometimes we don't. You know, like, it would be better, at least in my opinion, if we knew people's lunar signs, because we would know if we're dealing with somebody who's kind of, you know, oversensitive, like Virgos can be sometimes, or you know, kind of distant, like certain other signs can be, or like flighty, like other signs can be. You know, just the different emotions that we possess. I'm not doing a good job, thanks words, of describing it, but like, you know what I mean. Like, it'd be better to know how people interact emotionally versus in general, because that's what makes or breaks a friendship. You know what I mean? Is the emotion you have toward a friendship. So what if we spent more time working on the lunar signs, knowing the lunar signs of people, rather than, you know, the basic sun signs? What do you guys think? Let me know. And the other thing I wanted to talk about is, it's been my belief, at least for as long as I can recall, but it's a fairly new philosophy in the brain of spin, about, okay, so you have your signs, and they're divided up by the elements, you know, like Earth is Capricorn, and Taurus, and Virgo, fire is Sagittarius, and Leo, and the other fire, Aries, I knew that. It's been my belief that every sign has, every element that has a sign under it has, it's better if I explain it this way. It's been my belief that there is, let's say you take your earth signs. You have Virgo, who personally I believe is the earth of earth. And then you have Taurus, who might be more like the air of earth. And then you have Capricorn, which is probably more like the fire, or maybe the fire of earth, etc. You know, or your water signs, where you have Scorpio, that's more the fire of water. Cancer, which is like the water of water. And then Pisces, which is like the air of water. You know, kind of like that. Do you get what I'm saying? I hope you get what I'm saying. You know, I just kind of feel that there is different elements of each grouping, you know what I mean? I hope this is not confusing, because I can't really explain it. It's a bunch of little minion pieces of an idea in my head, which is why it's hard to grasp them all together and explain to you guys. But that's kind of the thing I'm throwing around in my head, and I'd like to get your feedback on this, because it's just ideas. But if enough people have thoughts about it, and maybe we can formulate a new magical theory if it's not already formulated somewhere that I haven't found it yet. So these are things that I've been wanting to talk about, but just did not have the verbiage or apparently the vocabulary to do so. Anyway, so I'll leave you with that one, and I will see you soon. I don't know if I'll do another one for you guys for the next day, but so far I'm enjoying being consecutive, so we'll see. So hopefully you enjoy your morning. Have a blessed morning, and I'll see you soon. Bye, blessings.